Welcome to Shop Made in DC, Georgetown. I'm Stacy Price, the CEO and co-founder of Shop Made Brands, now with 9 retail stores across DC, Virginia, and Maryland. Our stores house close to 800 makers, and we support over 1,000 small brands across our community. None of this would be possible without the support of Mayor Bowser's Made in DC legislation and the city's strong support of small and local business. We began in 2017 in Golden Triangle as a 2-year experiment funded by DSLBD. We are now proud to say that 7 years later, we have put over $10 million back into makers and artisans' hands. This consistent income has allowed makers to invest in staff, production facilities and equipment, packaging, and other things that grow their businesses. You see, we support business 365 days a year, but know that for some of these small businesses, the next 23 days make or break their businesses. Supporting the business in the store is more than supporting your neighbors. You're investing in business that puts back the majority of their money into the community. We know that small and local business put 3 times the amount of money back in their community than larger brands. They do this through jobs, donations, infrastructure. Plus, these businesses are the people that make your community more colorful. They make people want to come here, live here, invest here. These are the businesses that make us so DC. So Mayor Bowser, before I turn this over to you, I wanted to personally thank you for hosting this press conference in this store. I'm sure you don't know this, but this is our first 10-year lease. A big move for a gal who was only interested in a 2-year project. Knowing that I live in a city that supports small business helped me make that leap. Without your support, we would not have been able to make this impact on makers like Mia, Samitra, Letitia, and Nazaria. From me, Michael, Miranda, and all of our makers, we thank you. Everybody, Mayor Muriel Bowser.
Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. Well, good morning, everybody. Give Stacy a big round of applause. And let's give that 10-year lease a big round of applause. We are really grateful that you have us here at the Shop Made in DC. I think I was there for the first one 7 years ago. And I hope that everybody around DC has enjoyed a wonderful Thanksgiving. And as you think about the gifts and things that you're buying to make your houses and homes ready for the holidays, I hope that you will consider our small business owners. You heard Stacy say it best, that this holiday season for many of our retailers is the make or break season. And there's some beautiful offerings all over DC. They're items made in DC, makers from DC, who we want to support. So we know that the story here at the Shop Made in DC is the story of many business owners. You started your business, you nurtured your brand, and built a loyal customer base. And we are really proud to have been a part of it. And now that you have 6 brick and mortar locations across DC and Virginia. And most importantly, along the way, you have created really important opportunities for other DC businesses. We're going to go up the street after this to visit the chocolates, Arcade Chocolates on O Street. And both stores are great examples of grant programs through our DMPED, and we're pleased to be joined by the Deputy Mayor, Nina Albert, and the Department of Small and Local Businesses led by Director Suggs Evans. And so since 2015, the Great Streets Retail and Locally Made Manufacturing Grant Programs have awarded, listen to this, over $42 million to more than 500 businesses in the district. And those grants have supported more than 2,000 jobs for DC residents. We're also grateful to our bids, and I'm pleased to be joined by our bid directors and Main Streets for working with us year-round to support our businesses. And so just over a week ago, we kicked off the city's signature downtown holiday market on F Street, and we have more than a dozen other local holiday activations across the city. And we're very grateful for our Bids and Main Streets for supporting and organizing many of those. We are, of course, and we know, of course, that with heightened activity in our business corridors, we want people to feel safe and be safe as they shop. And I'm very thankful for the work we've done as a community to drive down crime in 2024, and we're going to carry that momentum into 2025. We made retail theft a focus of the legislative work we did to rebalance our public safety ecosystem. And over the past year, the Metropolitan Police Department has made significant progress in reducing thefts in our city, working hand in hand with our business owners on safety improvements and making nearly 1,000 theft arrests. So we're getting more and more businesses connected to the Real-Time Crime Center, and MPD's efforts have helped to drive down crime all year long. So I want to thank and recognize our team at MPD. Give the Metropolitan Police officers a big round of applause. And I also want to be clear, I'm working with Deputy Mayor Pia and the Chief of Police, Pam Smith. We're always focused throughout the year, of course, but especially this time of year as people are shopping, buying gifts, and having packages delivered. In addition to our sworn patrol officers, the chief will tell you more about how MPD is deploying more than 100 recruits from the MPD Academy to assist our businesses in these corridors. Today, we're meeting in Georgetown, and let me be clear about this, as I say in every meeting. Georgetown is hot. So if you want to have a great experience in shopping and dining and being able to walk around and see your neighbors and just have a variety of offerings, you want to be and make Georgetown one of your stops this holiday season. So let me say thank you to everyone. I'm going to turn first to Director Suggs Evans, who directs our Department of Small and Local Businesses. Over the weekend, for Small Business Saturday, we were at Eastern Market. My pockets are a lot lighter. And today we're in Georgetown. But please, please, as you think about where you're going, think about how you can support DC businesses. So with that, Rosemary Suggs Evans.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Madam Mayor. We did have a great time in Eastern Market on Shop Small Saturday. My name is Rosemary Suggs Evans, and I am the Director of the Department of Small and Local Business Development. And as the Mayor said, just before Thanksgiving, we were excited to kick off the holiday season at the Downtown Holiday Market, encouraging everyone to shop small and support our local businesses. And today we continue to support this message because shopping small is not only about supporting businesses, it's also about helping our neighbors, strengthening our communities, and fostering a thriving local economy. DC has over 70,000 small businesses, and we know the holiday season is an essential time of year for them. So every time you make a purchase at a small business or dine local at a restaurant, you're contributing to a cycle of growth that helps our city flourish. Because when you shop small, more of your money stays in the community supporting local jobs and services. And this year, we're encouraging residents to take part in the I Buy DC Challenge campaign. Participating is very easy. When you shop at a business like Made in DC, visit a local holiday market, grab a bite to eat at a local eatery, or even purchase a gift card for someone else to enjoy, snap a photo, share it on social media, and use the hashtag IBuyDC. It's a simple way to show our support to inspire others to do the same. Together, we can create a movement of conscious consumers who choose to invest in our community. As we move forward into this holiday season, please note the fantastic holiday markets and activations that are happening all across the city. And as the mayor said, DC is hot, but as a result, DC, Georgetown is hot, but as a result of her efforts, every part of the district's community is hot. So you can go to Georgetown, you can go to downtown, you can go anywhere. Every part is hot, and we're asking you and looking forward to seeing you there and shopping. To learn more about the additional markets happening in DC, we want you to visit our website, dslbd.dc.gov, for more information. And when you're out enjoying a festive season, we also want to ensure that everyone is doing it safely. And for more on how to do that safely, I'd like to turn it over to our Chief of Police, Chief Pamela Smith.
Thank you, Director Rosemary Suggs Evans, and also thank you, Mayor Muriel Bowser, for your continued support, not just of public safety, but for, as Director Suggs Evans stated, was that DC is hot. But it's more than just hot, it's also thriving. I don't know if you've had an opportunity to visit some of the various areas across this city, but there are so many people out, so many people enjoying the festivities that are available here in DC. And I would also encourage you, each of you, to get out and enjoy. Even though it's cold, get out, put some Snuggies on, put some earmuffs on, and let's get out there and have a good time in our city. I'm Chief Pamela A. Smith, the Chief of Police of the Metropolitan Police Department, and I cannot say it enough, Mayor Bowser, your ongoing leadership and commitment to public safety in the District of Columbia is certainly one that we hold very near and dear to our hearts. And as you've stated to us before, yes, we are at a significant reduction, but we still got a long ways to go. And I hold fast to that commitment, and you're trusting us to make sure that we continue to work hard to make DC a vibrant city, especially during the holidays. As we enter in one of the busiest seasons of the year, the Metropolitan Police Department is focused on ensuring our residents, our businesses, and visitors to the District of Columbia can enjoy all that the city has to offer while also being safe. This holiday season, I have committed to ensuring that you will see more MPD officers out in neighborhoods, at holiday markets, and around the many business corridors that we have here in our city. We've also focused on working directly with our businesses to curb retail theft. This year, we've taken an extra step to work with some of our supermarkets. We're working with leadership chains at Giant, Target, and CVS just to ensure that they not only increase their security posture, but we're also increasing our security postures in those areas. One of the things I do want to highlight is our detectives have made very good progress identifying and arresting repeat retail theft offenders. In one case here in our 2nd district, we arrested a suspect tied to 23 thefts from our CVS location. Across the district, our officers have made well over 1,000 retail theft arrests this year. For holiday shoppers, we're also taking extra steps to prevent package theft from our Porch Pirates initiative, using tools like air tags to decoy packages to help track and catch thieves in action. District-wide, our officers have been working hard to address crime while also making sure residents see the results. Compared to this time last year, robberies are down 39% and theft from vehicles have dropped 15%. Across the board, our officers have made thousands of arrests, keeping our neighborhoods safer and holding our offenders accountable. But I also want to add that technology has played a significant role in this key effort. Our real-time crime center has been a game changer, allowing us to use thousands of public safety cameras to track suspects, issue bolos, and to make arrests. And we're not done yet. We're actively adding more cameras to our networks, bolstering this critical resource that we know is necessary in our city. We've also fully staffed for this holiday season with officers, recruit officers, providing an added layer of visibility and security at events and high traffic locations. This present isn't just about enforcement, but it's about making sure that the people in our city feel safe when we go to shop and gather and enjoy this season. Of course, public safety is a partnership. We could not do it without the help of our business owners, our bids, our public safety partners, the relationship that we have with Deputy Mayor Lindsay Appiah and the public safety sectors. We cannot do this without their support. So I encourage everyone to stay alert. Let's take small steps to protect ourselves. Use MPD's safe exchange zones for online purchases, secure packages quickly, and keep valuables out of sight. We all know that there are Amazon lockers in many places across the city. Please utilize those places if you'd like to have packages dropped off at your home. Finally, I want to acknowledge the dedication of our officers. Day in and day out, they're out there protecting our city, and their work deserves recognition. And I also want to take just a small moment, and it's a big moment for me and maybe a big moment for her, but a small moment for some, to recognize our Master Patrol Officer, Shannon Williams. Officer Williams has spent most of her 24-year career making the streets here in Georgetown safer. MPO Williams is the type of officer that immerses herself into the community, and she deserves and serves and has integrated and really immersed herself into what it means to be a business beat officer. She regularly checks in with shop owners. She's building relationships, which is one of the things that they know is very key and dear to my heart. Relationship-based policing is what we do, and she's also very instrumental in listening to their concerns. She is the true example of policing with purpose and serving with care, and I want to take a moment to applaud her for her commitment to upholding the Metropolitan Police Department's mission. And 24 years is a long time to be in one area across the city. But she is certainly doing a phenomenal job, and we certainly appreciate her hard work. And as we celebrate the holidays, let's keep coming together as a community. MPD is here to ensure you can enjoy everything DC has to offer this season safely and confidently. Thank you, and I will now turn it back over to our mayor, Mayor Bowser.
Okay. All right, we'll take a few press questions before you can shop. Okay, what's the question?
Hey, Mayor Bowser, good morning. Stephanie Ramirez with Fox 5 back here. There are two businesses that were hit early this morning. One of them saying that it's very hard to have $500 stolen when you're a small mom and pop business. With the discussion today about crime being down, working to increase presence, how do you think this news conference is sitting with them when they were just victimized?
Well, I hope that it's sitting well with everybody who understands that Chief Smith and all of the patrol officers across the district are very focused on this shopping season as they are focused 365 days a year. But we recognize that we have more people moving around, more activity, more commerce, and deployment strategies to match. Certainly, anytime we have individuals who victimize one of our retailers, we're all very angry about it, and I want to turn to the chief of police to address it.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. And the mayor used the term angry. I mean, it really hurts sometimes to see how we have folks, individuals that are out here running around taking thought processes around crimes of opportunity. And Stephanie, to your question, we will, and we have, effective this week, last month, we will continue to stand up our police officers across this city, especially here in the Georgetown area, city center, and other areas across our city. I've talked about on several different occasions how we will continue to make sure that we have a visible presence in those areas. But what I will say is that one of the things that I would like to offer to some of our businesses is that if you would be so kind to connect with our Camera Connect program, our real-time crime center. It's certainly a way for us when individuals are out there anticipating committing crimes, that when your camera is activated, we can immediately get resources here. That has been the technology that we've activated since April of this year, and it has certainly been instrumental in helping us to apprehend those individuals who think they can get away with crime in the District of Columbia. We will work very diligently, and we will not leave any stones unturned to ensure that we hold those folks accountable. So as you talk about how much they care about their businesses, we care about their businesses just as well. And last night's incident will not be taken very lightly. We take these things very seriously. As a matter of fact, I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning dealing with those particular incidents that occurred overnight, and I can tell you, you will see a different presence tonight in our corridors and in our neighborhoods.
Chief, can you, just a follow-up question on that. We know that there were other businesses targeted in Northeast, Market Street Northeast, I believe Brentwood neighborhood as well,
Yep.
and one more in the Georgetown neighborhood. Is there any information on this is a connected crime spree or burglary spree you're dealing with?
So it could be potentially, but I know that we've had some significant arrests over the last couple of days with respect to individuals who have been coming into this city with sledgehammers, and who have been attempting to break into some of our establishments. Again, it could be we know that this is a pattern of behavior, which is why we are posturing ourselves very differently. We've been in close contact with our partnering agencies in PG County as well as Montgomery County, who have been seeing some of the same trends and patterns, and we're all working very closely to ensure that we decrease this type of crime that's happening in our city.
Hi, Christine Axe with the Georgetowner. Madam Mayor, what have you bought from Shop in D.C.?
I can't even tell you. Over the years, I've bought a lot, and I'm looking at some things that I may pick up today. I find it very helpful to buy unique gifts whenever I'm going to visit DC small businesses. I was on Saturday. I'll give you an example. We were on Capitol Hill. We spent some time at Eastern Market, and we visited a lovely toy store called Labyrinth. And it happened that, I was taking a short train ride with my daughter. I wanted to keep her occupied, so I bought some things for that. She was going to a birthday party on Sunday, so I bought some things for that. We're focused on addition and subtraction, so I bought some things for that. I bought a plant for a dinner I was going to for the hostess. So there are all types of opportunities to support our small and local businesses. And here's the other thing that I find, and then nothing against our other big, retailers, but the service you get and the know-how when you walk into a store and say, I'm going to a 7-year-old birthday party, what should I get? And you just get a really fantastic recommendation. Similarly, in the shops made in D.C., we just find a lot of local artisans who really literally pour love into their products. Some of them have a story. Some of them, you can look at them and you can show your DC pride. I'm looking at this one with the bacon and eggs for my kitchen. So they're just, if you are into that, we have shops for you. The just really brilliant thing about these stores is that they're a collection of different items, whether they're beauty care, there's pottery, there's other artwork, mostly handcrafted and reflecting the pride that we all have in our city. Yes.
I know in the past, employees in shops and stores, especially CVS, are encouraged not to interfere with a robbery. And is that still recommended? Is the response time going to be faster? What happens when you witness a robbery going on and just sweeping the shelves? What should one do?
I'm going to ask the chief. Now, clearly, as I mentioned already, we believe that we had to make some changes in the law around the retail theft. And we were able to include that as part of the Secure DC legislation that allows MPD to bring more substantial charges and gives the prosecutors what we need. And I believe, and the chief will, as the law enforcement expert here, will add that this has led to driving down retail thefts across the city, in addition to great deployment, in addition to more partnerships with the businesses themselves. The chief will tell you that one of the Walgreens stores that was repeatedly robbed, and she was able to have a investigation and arrest, sometimes it can involve the employees. And so working with retailers on strategies from inside and out, we think is helping to make our retail establishments more secure.
Thank you. And I would also add that we would encourage anyone who sees a robbery in progress, please do not interfere. Please do not intervene. We are the subject matter experts in that space. What I will ask you to do is typically something that has been a message that's been ongoing since 9/11. If you see something, say something. Contact 911. You can contact, you have opportunities to sign up for DC Alert. When you see things that are happening, contact the police. Let the police do the job of being the police. We do not want anyone injured. We do not want anyone hurt. Does that answer your question? Yes, thank you.
Okay, I'll take a couple more, and then, yeah, Mark.
Bowser, do you have any data from retail sales from Black Friday and the weekend that you can share with us?
I don't, but do we normally get that? We can get some sales tax reports, but I don't think we would normally have it this soon.
And then I have two quick off topics.
Okay.
One somewhat related, I guess. In the first of the year, the ban on cashless establishment is set to go back into effect. There are two pieces of legislation from different council members. One that would extend the ban for another year from Councilmember McDuffie, and then Councilmember Henderson has one that would exempt late-night establishments from that ban. Can you tell us where you're at? Do you want to see it go back into effect? Do you support either of these McDuffie or Henderson pieces of legislation?
Now I'm getting kind of confused in the adjectives here. So I think the status quo is, well, how can I say this? The council passed a law that said no business can operate if it doesn't accept cash. And then they put a hold on that. And, I kind of fall into the category, there are good public policy arguments on both sides. I fall into the category of businesses being able to make the best decisions for their business. And there are obviously some essential business operations that I think we could look at saying have to be able to accept cash, like grocers and places that sell food. But I want to give that a little bit more thought, Mark. I think there are good arguments on both sides.
And just a question I keep asking. Any update on your request to meet with President-elect Trump and or his staff, and any update on getting the RFK bill attached to an omnibus bill?
Okay, so we have ongoing talks with the incoming administration, especially as it relates to the inauguration planning, where we have had a couple of meetings with them. We continue to talk with the incoming White House staff, and we will let you know if there's something to update. As it relates to RFK, we continue to push on all fronts to have the transfer of the land. Okay, last question.
Ooh, can we make it two, Mayor?
Okay.
One, just can you give us an update on small business growth in D.C.? And then one for the chief. I know last night there was a carjacking of an Amazon vehicle in Glover Park. This morning, your department put up that there was a robbery using an Amazon vest. Potentially, could this be connected? They're taking advantage of, you see the blue vest, you're trustworthy, right? Because you assume it's a worker, and now we're seeing this being used. So.
Okay. Let me ask Rosemary or Nina to say a little bit more about some of the goals that we have set as it relates to small business growth in the city and the numerous programs that we provide to support small businesses.
So our small businesses are thriving here in the district. We have over, like I said when I talked earlier, over 70,000 small businesses within the district. When you look at small businesses, you can kind of break it out into whether it's retail business or contracting businesses. And some of you have heard of our program, our CBE program for businesses that are interested in doing business with the government. Those numbers continue to grow. We are over 2,000 CBEs. 2,055 actually, and that's just continues to grow year over year. So the businesses are coming to DC, and one of the things I would say is that there's no other support. I don't care any other jurisdiction like DC, and we hear it time and time again. The support that the small businesses are getting, whether it's from DSLBD or the commitment of the mayor, businesses are coming, they're thriving, and we're continuing to grow our DC businesses.
Okay, last question. Yes, you had another question?
Oh, that was for the second one.
Amazon, sorry.
No worries. And we are aware of it. It was actually a contract vehicle for Amazon. We are still working to determine where those individuals are. And the investigators and detectives are really doing some good work. I mean, I think they've may have found the vehicle at this point. I might be misquoting that, but I'll get back to you on that. But again, like I said earlier, we're putting all of our efforts in ensuring that everyone has a safe holiday season, as we do every single day, except during the holiday season. We know that individuals like to come out and prey on our shoppers. So we want to make sure that we have a good presence and a good visibility. We don't know at this time if those two incidents are connected, but if we do, we will certainly make sure we make the public aware.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.